Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain, a cryptocurrency I'm very excited about, not only because of its fundamentals and partnerships, but also because how much the price has come down already in the correction. It has come down already nearly to the 88.7% FIB level, so nearly 90% correction, and that's just amazing. Not too many cryptos have done that yet. VeChain has it done nearly, and that just indicates that VeChain is very far advanced in the current correction. And will turn around soon. Yeah, it will turn around anyway in this target area. I think it still has a potential to drop down to 3.2, 3.3 cents. At the 88.7% FIB level here, it could certainly turn around. Should it really drop below it, then we've got another support here, more technical target of 2.3 cents, and then down here 1.3 in the grand scheme of things, where it's eventually going to turn around. Probably doesn't make a great difference considering from where we are coming from, even though now it seems like a huge drop, like another 50% or something. But from up here where we're coming from, actually 28 cents, it's really not a lot, and not given what the next major wave up to the upside would sort of tell us where the price could be going, which would be at least 45 cents. Yeah, the 1.618. So what we need to understand that this here was a wave one. Yeah, it's VeChain's first major wave one. This is its first wave 2, and the next wave would be ideally a wave 3. It could also be another wave 1 and another wave 2, so we need to pay close attention to that. But to get to a wave 3, it needs to break at least 28 cents, but we are still far away from that. And when it does that, then the ideal, or the minimum target would be 45 cents. Someone has asked me today how sure I am about that. Well, there's never a guarantee, but history just repeats itself. And there are so many examples in the stock market, in the crypto market, wherever, where these corrections just have happened in the past, an 80-90% correction. Everybody's always hyped when the prices are going up like that. But when prices are down here, people are talking about, oh, this coin is going to die and blah, blah. This is actually when people should get excited, honestly, especially when you have hit a target area like that one, where cryptos or assets typically are turning around between the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement and the 78.6% retracement. Yeah, this is typically in a wave 2 where you see the turnaround, yeah, especially in a wave of that size. And then you get to typically the 1.618 extension at least, and that is 45 cents. So yeah, of course, I'm not sure about it, but it is what's typically happening, right? So it is a very high probability, and the question is just when, because what the Elliott wave method cannot give us is when this is going to happen. This has to come from other sources, assumptions, and so on. And I've said many times, actually since the end of last year, I did talk about that the correction could be over end of Q1, and to be honest, we still have another 4 to 5 weeks. So yeah, I think this is actually realistic, even though it could even drag into Q2, depending on, for example, if VeChain now does another counter move, something more substantial to the upside, but not a higher high, and then comes down, this could extend it all by various weeks, yeah, or even a couple of months. But what I want to show you is really here, look at the chart here from Apple, the early Apple chart, yeah, back from the 1980s, 1990s, and you see the same stuff all over, just look at how the VeChain, just look at the VeChain chart, all right, look at this. Yeah, take the fibs out. Just look at the VeChain chart, yeah? And then look at the Apple chart. See, it's not the same, but it is so similar, yeah? You get your first peak, then you come down in wave A. You move up in a wave B, and you come down in your wave C. And if we take a look at the fib levels, see where it did turn around eventually. I haven't checked it before this video, but so it has turned just below the 88.7% FIB level, all right? So this is what could happen for VeChain as well. If it doesn't turn around in this yellow target area, it could still drop to that next support here, as I said, 2.3 cents or 1.2, 1.3, but that wouldn't make a great difference. So, and see what it did after that. And if I talk about the 1.618 extension level as a minimum target, I always also mention the 200% extension. You can see that it did reach the 200% extension. So there you go. What did it do then? Had something similar. See, look at that pattern here. Yeah, so we had something very, very similar again. It moved from here. Yeah, I guess this was a wave A1, and you had or maybe the 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, whatever. It was doing the same thing here as well. So if we draw the fibs from down here, even see where it did retrace to. So again, to just below the 88.7% fib level. That's why I mentioned they often come down to these levels. And then you have the last 1-2 setup here. Take a look at what it did then. Oh wow, look at that. It turned around between the 88.7% fib level and the 78.6% fib level. And that is why in all my altcoin videos, I so often talk about this price range. Yeah, especially very young assets or altcoins, they don't typically turn around at the 61.8. No, they drop once more into these ranges here. That is so important. And Apple did the same, because that is when Apple was so young. Typically today, it probably wouldn't come down into these areas anymore, into these fib levels anymore. And cryptos in the future won't as well. But look at what happened then. So now we can imagine what could be coming for VeChain, right? But it takes years, you know, it takes years. It's nothing that happens overnight. But we have this opportunity here currently in the altcoin space and with VeChain and all the other cryptos. And look at where this can end, you know, it doesn't end. It doesn't end, right? And Apple, without all its, I mean, this is obviously a wrong chart in a sense, because what you see in here is all the splits of the Apple stock as well. Without all the splits that have been done over the years, you wouldn't have a $160 Apple today. You would have a $30,000 or $35,000 Apple, right? So now you know what can happen for VeChain as well. So super bullish, yeah. These are actually buy signals down here, all right? I mean, not financial advice here, but it was here massively oversold. That was certainly a typical buy signal that you typically get. What we could be seeing here in the next few days is a bullish crossover on the MACD. Could be also another buy signal, yeah. But in the end, you know, as I said, at any point in time here, the price could be turning around. At the moment, though, there is no confirmed uptrend visible. We have made a lower low, and what you can see here coming up is still looking corrective. So I'm fairly certain that we should see another drop, certainly to 3.3 cents. And for that, if I take a look at the weekly chart, yeah, we can still see the RSI dropping further. There is still further scope for further downside. The MACD here carefully reducing buying momentum, but nothing too convincing. And on the monthly chart, yeah, I mean, look at where the monthly MACD is. It is still massively going down. So the downtrend isn't over yet. But I think looking at the shorter term, the shorter time frame indicators, we are getting close. And here on the weekly 4-day chart, you can see as well, we're getting close to making a bullish crossover. So I think we're really in the last meters of that correction that is taken now since April, May, yeah, when we actually started that whole correction. It's nearly taken lasted a year, and just it's gonna be over, and we're gonna see new all-time highs. And people always get bullish here, yeah, when we make new all-time highs, or here at the wave B when it moved all the way up to 20 cents. Be bullish here, all right? Be bullish here, not up there, all right? This is when you should get less interested. This here is the area where you should get interested. All right, that's my view here on VeChain. Fantastic opportunity in my view, yeah. No financial advice, but I'm heavily buying VeChain as per my buy orders. And if you're interested to see my buy orders or even sell orders, but at the moment it's time for buying for me. Not really about selling, it's time for buying, because the opportunities, as you've just seen on the Apple chart, they're just too big, yeah. But the higher we then go in the next move up, there will be more sell orders as well. But if you want to see these, maybe check out the channel membership. You can then get access to Telegram and Discord. On Discord you can find my buy orders, and but all sorts of other stuff as well. And there's also a weekly live stream, which is the next one taking place tomorrow. And you can sign up to the channel membership on my website or here on YouTube. And for the website, you can find also the link in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.